extremely long time no see. Happy 2019. So I've been away for, I think the last video I posted that was like cross stitch related was probably a year ago, when I talked about my 2018 or 2017 wrap up into 2018. So it's been a while. The last video I posted, as most of you know, I had a baby. Yay! My little Vivian Louise was born on February 19th, President's Day of 2018. She is my best finish of 2018. I was very glad to be not pregnant anymore. And she is the greatest human being of all time. And I know that I am biased, but she is fantastic. Now, being that I am a full-time working mother with a now 10-month-old, oh my gosh, I just don't have a whole lot of time to film. So I do get stitchy time in the evenings after I'm done with chores and all that jazz. Most nights I at least get to stitch for like a half hour or something. It really depends on what's going on. But due to the nature of my job, the fact that I have to be up at the butt crack dawn, like all that jazz. So anyway, I just don't have time to film is what I'm trying to say, because my weekends are just crazy. But I happen to be off for Christmas, and I was like, Rachel, you just need to film. So, hello. In my usual, I'm wearing, of course, neon, because safety first. And to pair it with, I got more neon. Because even though I'm not working, I mean, you got to be high vis. You got to be visible. I want you guys to know that this is still me. I did take a shower, so I got clean hair. But that's the extent of my beauty routine. Shower, high vis. Everyone can see me. Life is good. Anyway, you didn't come here to hear me ramble on and on about my clothing. But all right, so even though I had a baby, this was actually a very big cross-stitch year for me. So I got my notebook, and this is all the projects that I'm going to talk about. This is my, it's not necessarily a bullet journal. It has a whole bunch of other stuff in it. But anyway, so I actually have things organized. I'm at a table. This is up in my croft, by the way. Usually I sit like on the floor somewhere else, but I needed like a table, so there's my work tables in front of me. That's the door to my actual like croft or whatever. You guys have seen a tour of that. That's the like where I put all my stuff. In general, this is like the loft area. That's my living room down there. And anyway, Vivian, my daughter, is asleep right now, and if she wakes up, I will have to get up. So this might be in like two parts, and it might look slightly different midway through. We'll just see how much I ramble. So, hello. So I thought I would start off with my finishes for the year, and then we'll talk about my whips and maybe some plans for 2019. So let's just like start, because life is too short to ramble. I also have, if I keep looking down, I also have my phone where I have the X-Stitch app, and you can see I broke my phone case. Let's not talk about it, okay? So I will be looking up, like, if I don't know the names of things or whatever. If I don't give details and you want to know details, just write a comment below, and if I remember, I will try to get back to you. I am terrible at getting back at comments. As I said, I don't have a whole lot of, like, time, but I will try. I will do my best to try and give you an information that I don't give you either. What? Okay. So, my first and these are in chronological order, so I'm going in the order at which I finished them. So first up is Harvest Corn by Mill Hill. I started this on May 29th of 2017, and I finished it on January 28th. So it's my first finish. I love this baby, and as you can see, I've FFO'd it into this little like wall hanging. I have felt on the back, so there she is. My favorite thing definitely about this is all the beads. So you can see there's like 10,000 million beads. As if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I work in agriculture. So I actually got my start in corn, but now I work exclusively with soybeans. But I still have kind of a thing for corn. So anyway, and one of my neighbors grows Indian corn, and anyway, it was like a big theme at our wedding. I digress. Anyway, I love corn and Indian corn. So yes, so that was by Mill Hill. I used all the called for. It was a kit, so it's the perforated paper, the threads are included, beads are included, all that jazz. So that's I should start a file. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. There's a chair next to me. Okay, number 2. So this was my very first Lizzie Kate. So I finished. So this is Chick Party by Lizzie Kate. There's actually 2 parts to the pattern, and if I remember to, I will throw in a picture of the little one. There's a little circular one that I actually made for a magnet for my mom. So if I remember, I will pop in a picture. But then this is the big one. So this is Chick Party by Lizzie Kate. As you can see, I just made it into, it's not even a flat fold. I just call it like a mount. As you can see, there's my back. It looks real crazy. This I've posted. My daughter has a window above her changing area, so I like to decorate it. So this was in there for spring. This is done on, I believe it's a 28 count even weave that was my grandmother's. I just found it in her stash. And then I just used my own threads. Some of these are color and cotton. Like I know the pink is color and cotton. I know this mushroom color is color and cotton, but I don't remember the names anymore. If you want details, I can let you know. And then some of it is the DMC. So like I know like the yellow is DMC. I believe the orange is DMC. I can't remember. I know the blue is color and cotton. I just picked random colors. So that's Chick Party. Super cute. This was my first Lizzie Kate. And as you can see, I kind of got obsessed because they're like cute, they're little, and you can like finish them quickly. There were buttons that were included. I decided not to put the buttons on. I'm not quite sure why. And I've passed this pattern on. I brought it to the cross stitch retreat. So, Chick Party. All right. This next one. Oh, by the way, I started that on March 22nd of 2018, and I finished it on March 30th of 2018, so not that long. So this next finish is my all-time favorite. So this is, I'm going to show Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. This is my very first Plum Street, and I am like obsessed. I started this on February 5th of 2018. Oh yeah, I did. I started this February 5th, so I was massively pregnant. And I finished this on April 27th. So this is the project that I was working on when I had Viv, and then I finished it when I brought her home. And it's like super sentimental to me. I actually brought stitching to the hospital with me. I brought this project with, but I wasn't actually able to stitch because they put the IV in my right arm, and I was like, because I had to get Pitocin, and if you want to watch my birth story, whatever. So they put the IV in this hand. Well, like, I couldn't stitch then. So, next kid, put it on this arm so I can, like, stitch or whatever. Anyway, and then, of course, once she was born, I was busy in life. I could have pulled it out, I guess, but I digress. So anyway, so this is Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Samplers, and I actually got this professionally framed, and I gave this to my husband as a gift. So, oh my gosh, this is a beauty. This is done on, I can't remember if it's a 28 or a 32. Let me look it up. Sorry. You can stare at the prettiness that this is. This is done on 32 count Jobelin in doubloon from Picture This Plus, which I love. I bought this in the sale last year. It is a mix of colors. So some are the called for, so like the gold is the called for, and then some are color and cotton substitutions depending on like what I had, etc. It's a Rachel conglomerate, but some are the actual called for. And then I did make minor modifications to the pattern. So the most significant is I did the entire snake the background, all this gold is all 1/1. In fact, the whole Don't Tread on Me flag is done 1/1. The pattern has a mix of 1/1 and 2/2, but I didn't really like the look of that, just personally, so I did it all 1/1. This flag is all 1/1, and again, I sort of modified so that it would be in line like with this blue, so it would kind of look different. I think I modified that as well. I can't remember exactly what I did, but it was just like tiny little things, and most of it had to do with the 1/1 stuff because I wanted it to like be in line. But oh my gosh, this is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole life, besides my daughter. Well, I don't know. So that's Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. I think it is gorgeous. 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 Love. Love, love. 10 out of 10. Would highly recommend. Okay, so now that gets into my Stitch Mania. I actually did participate in Stitch Mania this year. I had a whole set of patterns that I wanted to do, and I figured, hey, I'll just start them during the month of May. And I sort of did like a modified Blimey Cat method. So like if I had started something that I hadn't finished last year, I then worked on it more or less. I sort of followed that, sort of didn't. Anyway, but I did start an entire series and I ended up finishing all of them, which is why I have so many kind of finishes for this year. So that is the Lizzie Kate string series. I have 7 of them sitting here. I did all 8, and we'll go through them, but one of them is actually on that little picture window that's in my daughter's room. As I said, she's asleep, so I'll have to throw in a picture of that one. But I digress. Okay, so the first one that I finished was Spooky String, and these are all just mounted the same way. These are all done on 32 count Jobelin in Vintage Country Mocha, which I think is now my favorite fabric. Like, you'll see it a lot. I really like it. So there's Spooky String, and these are all just finished as like mounted whatever, because I'm just going to put them on her cork board in there. Spooky String. Oh, and I should also note, so for all of these, it's a mix of Rachel picks, the called for colors, and DMC. It just happened to be whatever I had that I pulled out that I thought worked. So some is called for, some is not, some is whatever. If you want to know what colors I use, let me know. I do have that all written down. Next up is Buzzy String. This one's cute. I like this one a lot. I really like the watermelon. Cute. And then, oh, I haven't been saying when I finished these. So Spooky String I started on May 20th and I finished it May 27th. Buzzy String I started May 16th and I finished it June 3rd. Next we have Mary String, which I started on May 3rd and I finished June 9th. Oops, there's Mary String. Super pretty. Super pretty. I believe this is Weeks Dye Works Hunter. It's a good color. Let's see, this is Doggy String, which I started on May 7th and finished it June 20th. As you can see, I just kind of got in the groove and finished all of them. Super cute. Kitty String, I started this on May 13th and finished it June 23rd. I put like a batik print on the back. Super cute. One of my favorite oranges of all times is Carrot. I believe it's a Weeks Dye Works Carrot, and that's the color of this cat. I really like it. Kitty String. Let's see, Spring String, which I started on May 16th and finished on June 29th. This is Spring String. Super cute. All these are cute. Let's just say it for what it is. All right, and then we have Thankful String, which I started on May 5th and I finished on June 30th. This one, of course, like, I love the corn, even though, okay, I have a little beef with some of the designers, and this is like not like, this is meant to just be a joke, like I really don't care. Corn in the fall doesn't necessarily look like that. It's dried out and yellow, yes, but like, I don't know. sometimes I'm a little like funny about things like that. I digress, but this is fine. It is corn, and that is what it looks like. But then anyway, I digress. So I was going to try to make, instead of a pie, no, it was this guy. I was going to try to make this into soybeans because like no one ever puts beans in patterns. Designers, you put corn and everything. Let's put in some soy. Just saying, it's a fun plant. Anyway, I'm just joking, but cute. It didn't work out though. I'm not a designer. I think the same thing in Heritage Sampler. There was like, no, because I had wheat and I was okay with the wheat. I think it's supposed to be wheat. I don't really know. Well, let's not worry about it. Okay. So those, and then, oh, I did do Snowy String, which I skipped over. So Snowy String, I started it May 2nd, and I finished it June 11th. That is the one that is currently in Viv's nursery, so I will pop a picture of it here. Okay, strings. Then I think I then worked on something little. So this is another Mill Hill. So this is Harvest Barn. I started this on July 31st, and I finished it on August 2nd. Super cute. I mean, of course, this like screams Rachel. It has a barn. It has what I can only assume is either hay or, I mean, those could be corn stalks. They might be corn stalks. We can go with that. You know, it's got a cute little tractor, silo, bird, pumpkin. Yes, I said pumpkin. And I finished this into a magnet. So that's, what did I say? Harvest Barn by Mill Hill. I think this is a new release for this year. And this is all the called for kit stuff. I did that while I was on a work trip. I started and finished it. All right, next up. So this was something that was very important to me to finish in 2018 because specifically for Christmas. So I wanted to make Vivian Verona a stocking for Christmas. So I started this actually last year. I started this during Thanksgiving. So I started this on November 17th of last year. And this is a modified pattern. So Satsuma Street released a pattern. It's like 4 little stockings. And what I did is so this is my stocking, if you guys hadn't seen this before. So my grandma cross-stitched this for me. And so I took like the pattern, because I have the pattern for this stocking. I took the pattern and I basically stitched the outline, and then I filled it in with whatever motifs from that 4 series that I liked, that I just wanted to. I stitched them in the called for colors, but I did make some color changes, and then obviously it's modified to accommodate a bigger stocking because the pattern is for 4 little ones. Anyway, I will show it to you. So this is little Viv's stocking. Oh my gosh. It turned out, I used like the pattern, like the paper pattern. I didn't use like the stocking. So it turned out like a little smaller and a little different shaped, but whatever. No one cares. It's stocking shaped. So I'll give you some close up. And then I found, this is just random script. This is done on 28 count even weave from MCG Textiles, which isn't the greatest fabric. I know people give it a bad rep, but it worked just fine for this. Because I just wanted something simple, because obviously it's in some non-traditional crazy colors, which I absolutely love. I love the Christmas trees. That's one of my favorite bands. I love the reindeer. I added some, so like the Ho Ho Ho, that's not one of the ones on there, and neither is the, I think it says Holly Jolly. That's not on there. I kind of added those. So it has some Rachel modifications, but for the most part, all of this was taken from those. And then my mother and my grandmother actually finished this for me. So there's this like sparkly red fabric on the back, which I thought kind of matched because it's in, as I said, non-traditional Christmas colors. And then the inside, if you can see, let me pull out, is flamingos. Is skiing flamingos. You can't see, but anyway, it has a little bit of whimsy on the inside. So this is my daughter's stocking, and I finished it for her first Christmas. So ta-da! Like, holla. Cute. Cute. Add that into the family heirlooms. I mean, I still use mine, and I'm 29. I'm going to be 30 this year. 2019. Turning dirty 30. Woo-hoo! Anyway, I still have my stocking, so life is fine. All right. So now we're kind of getting into fall. So next up is something that was just silly. I was working on some bigger projects, and I just needed something that was a little silly, a little weird. So this is Happy Halloweenies by Bent Creek. I started this on September 17th, and I finished it September 21st. And I kind of got influence from Priscilla and Chelsea, because it just added like a pic that I happen to own, and I framed it. So this is Happy Halloweenies. This is done on... This is done on 28 count linen and cauldron by Picture This Plus. I changed almost all the floss colors, almost none of them are what is called for. They're either in Color and Cotton or DMC. And then I know this Happy Halloweenies, that's in Threadworks, which I thought matched pretty well. So super cute, a little strange because it's hot dogs, but I think they're funny. And do you want to see the most embarrassing part about this project? It's pretty embarrassing. So I wasn't paying attention when I put them on this frame. So it's sideways. But whatever. YOLO. I can always move the stuff. It's not like on there it's just a couple screws, so. But it was hanging on the wall, which is fine. Like, it can hang still, so anyway. You wouldn't have known until I showed it to you, so ha. Happy Halloweenies by Bent Creek. Cute. I went to Welcome Stitchery in Illinois this year, in May, and I got this pattern there. I believe Jeremy, my husband, picked it out. So. Happy Halloweenies. All right, the next one I actually don't have, so this is Halloween F17 by Lizzie Kate. I stitched this, oh god. I will throw in a picture of my finish here. I finished it into like a little opening spell book that I painted myself. And this was my smalls exchange for the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. And actually Steph from Pam and Steph got it. So I hope you don't mind my crazy finishing stuff. She actually traded with Linda Jo to get it. So that made me feel pretty good. So anywho's there. As I said, the picture should be up as I'm talking about this. Where is it? I stitched this on a 32 count natural even weave, again, just something from my stash. I used all my own colors, just random ones that I happen to have. So I think there's some Mosaic, there's some Color and Cotton, there's some Gast, there's some random stuff. So again, Rachel colors. That's actually a pattern, and the charm actually comes with the pattern. I picked that up on the freebie table last year from the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat, so then I felt like it worked as my smalls exchange for this year. So Steph, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're watching this video, I hope that you enjoy it. I had a lot of fun stitching it, so coolio. Next up is Olga's Tart. This is by Plum Street Samplers. This I stitched on some sort of mystery. You know me. I'll show it to you so then you don't have to stare at me. So this is Olga's Tart by Plum Street Samplers. I stitched this on 28 count Stormy Gray Jobelin, and this is 100% my conversion. Some of it, let's see, most of it is Color and Cotton. In fact, almost all of it's Color and Cotton. There's one DMC, there's a Gast, and there's a Weeks Dye Works. And I did finish it into the little tart that's falling out. It's not entirely glued down, but we'll get her. That is Olga's Tart. Super cute. Woo! See? Told you it wasn't glued in yet. Anyway, Olga's Tart. Super cute. I actually finished this at the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat this year. So I love it. I love these pumpkins. One of them's Primitive Pumpkin. Yeah, it's Color and Cotton Primitive Pumpkin and Color and Cotton Old Pumpkin. So freaking cute. Love. Love, love. I told you, Plum Street. Paulette Stewart, you have my heart. You don't know it, but I love you. If I wasn't married, I'd just marry all your patterns. What else? All right. Next up, we have, this was, Jessica Sporty Stitcher. She scored, like, the largest estate sale of all time. The woman who passed away was a huge floss tube fan. She had a massive stash. And I think it's pretty cool that her stash was then passed on to fellow stitchers. So, Jessica, thank you very much for bringing this to the retreat. And she loved Shepherd's Bush and Just Nan, like, a lot. And so she had a whole bunch of Shepherd's Bush kits. And I picked one up, and I started it at the retreat, and I ended up finishing it. So this is My Heart's Garden by Shepherd's Bush. I started this on October 19th, which was at the retreat, and I finished it October 26th. I think it's just so pretty. So all the linen came in the kit, so did all the threads. This is all done in silk. And then there's a little button. I was going to give this to my mother-in-law for Christmas, but I haven't figured out how I want to frame it. And I messed up the little triangles on the bottom, but whatever. They're supposed to be like in line, but I started it too far over. Whatever. My Heart's Garden. Super pretty. I mean, just super pretty. Super, like, a quick stitch, too, so. It's My Heart's Garden by Shepherd's Bush. Next up, my grandfather passed away this year in the summer, and they had the funeral in the fall. They had it at the end of October. It kind of worked out with family. He lived up here, him and my grandma live up here in Minnesota, but he wanted to be buried in Ashland, Illinois. Well, he was cremated, wanted to be buried in Ashland, Illinois, so it just sort of worked out. So anyway, long story short, I actually started this and finished this while I was at the funeral. So this is Maple Leaf by Mill Hill. I started it on October 27th and finished it October 28th. It's actually a little two-part, and I haven't attached them yet because I don't know how I want to FFO this. But it's supposed to, like, this little guy goes on top of here, but as I said, I haven't, like, FFO'd it yet. This is all on the kit, perforated paper, threads, whatever. Again, the thing I love about Mill Hills is all these awesome beads. So, yeah, that's Maple Leaf by Mill Hill. Okay, the next one is one that I can't show you because I don't have it anymore, so I will throw up a picture of what my FFO of this looked like. So this I actually gave to my mother for Christmas. So this is Roadtrip Camper 1 by Ursula Michael. I started this last year. No, I started this year. No, I didn't. I think I have the year wrong. I started this on May 25th of 2017. I wrote down 2018 because I'm dumb. And I finished this on October 28th of this year. So I finished it into a magnet board, as you can see, and then I added some, like, fun magnets. I modified this, so this is like a loose interpretation of that pattern. I modified it to look like my parents' camper, which they named Bluebell, so that's why it says Bluebell. And yeah, funnily enough, okay, so the next cottage garden samplings, the words with the birds and the flowers, is blue jays and bluebells. I think I might have to stitch that for my mom for Bluebell. Maybe. Anyway, so I obviously modified that camper to look like Bluebell and did some things, and then I added the little dog charms because my parents have two dogs, Zoe and Bee, and so I put the little dog charms on there so that they were on the little camper. I got those off Etsy somewhere. Okay, then next up, so this was totally enabled by Lindy Stitches, Stephanie, as well as Michelle of Bendy Stitchy, Michelle Garrett, Bendy Stitchy. I feel like you need to say, like, her name like 12,000 times. I saw them start Lindy Stitches is the designer, and then I was like, oh, that's super cute. I'm going to have to go buy that. And then Michelle started it, and then she finished it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to buy this. And then it was Thanksgiving, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go buy this. And I started it and I finished it. So this is Mr. and Mrs. Delicious. I started this on November 5th and I finished it November 17th, and I did them both facing each other on a pillow. So this is my finish. This is all done in DMC. So this is the conversion. I know my pillow's a little wabi-sabi, but let's not, you know. Here's my question. I know this is corn. I'm not sure what plant this is supposed to be. They remind me of pussy willows, but they're like tall. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I was a little confused as to what these guys were supposed to be. I saw, who was it? It is Kismet, Diana. Is she, or is it Diane or Diana? I'm sorry if I messed up your name. It is Kismet. I know I think she's the one I first saw that did them like nose to nose. But super cute. This is the first time I've ever made a pillow. It's not to Vanna standards, but it'll do. That'll do. Anyway, I think it turned out super cute. Mr. and Mrs. Delicious. Love it. 10 out of 10. If you have not checked out Lindy Stitches yet, like, she has some awesome patterns. Like, I now have like a few in my stash, and I'm like, we're gonna have to stitch these sometime. So that was my first Lindy Stitches. Love it. Thank you so much. Next up is just a little ornament that I made for Viv. I decided that I'm gonna make her an ornament every year, and so this year I stitched it, but I haven't like FFO'd it yet. So she technically didn't have it for her first Christmas, but let's like not worry about it. So this is Lights Owl by Linda Bird. This is from, I will side note this. This book, Cross Stitch Christmas, is like the best book of all time. Like, so you'll see this later. I've started this, but it has some bomb patterns in it. Like this one is in there, and it's really good. So this actually came from this book. So this is, look how fancy I am. I even like tabbed them. So this is called Linda Bird. I think these are just called like owls ornaments. So that's what they look like. And I did this dude right here. There he is. I didn't do the beads, so I did the light. I did the lights in just random colors that I happen to own, and then I put her name and the year. And then I've made the back, which is just fabric I had in stash that I thought kind of went with it, but I'm going to put like cording or something around it and obviously make a hanger. So it's not like FFO'd yet, but. And this is on, I think it's like 18 count Aida. It's super tiny, like super tiny. I should have done one strand, but I didn't because I'm dumb. Maybe I did do one strand. I don't know. I'm probably lying. Cute. I need to FFO that. Next up, so this was another Lizzie Kate. This is called Farm Sampler. I started this on December 30th. I started this October 30th, and I finished it on December 18th. I've mounted it, but I haven't added a back yet, so this is also going to go in that window in my daughter's room. This is my colors, for the most part. Some are called for. Some are color and cotton / random ones that I just picked out of my box. I'm sure you love. Why can't I spell? Okay, this is done on 20 count Joblin in Caribbean. Pretty. Oh, I haven't put the floss list in here, but here we go. Cute. So, Farm Sampler. And then my last finish of the year. So this I finished actually over Christmas. So this is Seasons by Lizzie Kate. It comes with the 4 seasons. And so this is winter. I started this on December 21st and finished it December 28th. Again, some of these are called for, some of these are not. Some of these are color and cotton, some of these are randos, some of it's DMZ. Last finish of the year. Cute. And this is on 32 count vintage country mocha. Because I told you I'm obsessed. Cute. All right. So in total, I had 23 finishes this year. Woo, woo! Considering I had a baby, like, bomb diggity. And 18 of those I FFO'd. And like 2 of them I've like mostly FFO'd. Well, 3 of them. Like the maple leaf, the ornament, and the farm sampler, like, it's like little tiny things to get it finished. But anyway, go me. All right. Now we are going to talk about my whips. My whips are all sitting right here, and I now need to flip this over, so this is going to be kind of weird, but so I have all of my whips, and these are in chronological order of when I started them. And I will tell you whether or not I've worked on it. And if I am high tech, I will throw in a picture of what it looked like last year, so you can see like what progress I did make on it. First is the wrap bracelet by Coates. Didn't work on this year. Work on it this year. Looks the same as it did last year. This is not a priority. I don't know if I'll ever even finish it. It might just be a UFO. It's one of those bracelets you can stitch on. I don't know. I bought it at some point in time, and maybe I'll finish it. Maybe I won't. It lives in this box. I don't know. Maybe Viv will finish it for me. Haven't worked on that this year. I started that on April 11th of 2015. So I think I haven't worked on it since. So it's been now 3 years, just chilling. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. All right, next up, this is Christmas Chapel 1 by Candemar Designs, aka, well, Candemar Designs is the one who made the kit, and then Thomas Kincaid is the designer of the artwork. This was done on, I started this on April 28th of 2015. So this has been lingering. This is a picture. Oh, my daughter just woke up. So this is a picture of what it's supposed to look like. And I did work on this year, so if I can find what it looked like last year, I will throw a picture up. And this is what it looks like now. Yep. I am almost done. I have about a quarter left. This is for my husband. He picked it out, and one of these days I want to finish it for him. So we'll talk about this in plans, but beautiful. And I'm going to go eat some lunch. I'm going to go get Vivian Verona because she's awake, and then I will come back and finish the rest. So for you, it'll be 2 seconds. For me, it'll be a while. So, bye. Okay, I'm back. All right. Whips. Okay, so my next one is Siren and the Shipwreck by Mirabilia. So here's what she looks like when she's done. This is my first and, well, my only Mirabilia that's on the go, but there she is. I started this on February 25th of 2017, and I have worked on her this year. So I'll obviously had a picture of what she looked like. Ta-da! So this is on, oh god, 32 count Mercedes. From Picture This Plus. It is gorgeous. And I am doing the skin 1/1, which is why it's taken me so long. So basically I have to do the big chandelier, and then I have all the beads. She has about 10,000 million beads. So Siren and the Shipwreck. I'm hoping to finish this year. That is, I mean, that's essentially my goal. Is to finish all of these, but I would really like to start another Mirabilia, and I'd like to get her done first. So, Siren and the Shipwreck. Love her. Love her. All right. Next up, we have Elegant Bookmarks from Dimensions Gold Collection. I started this on May 9th of 2017, so this is a Stitch Mania start. This was a gift from my husband. It comes as a kit. I'm using all the kit stuff, and I'm doing the pink bookmark. And I have worked on this year, and here we go. Yes, there's thread back there. This is on Ada, and it's a very, very stiff Ada, but it's coming along. I like it now that I've added like some of the back stitching up here. I think it looks a lot prettier. So there's that. Maybe I'll do the blue one someday. I don't know. That's not really a high priority. I just like pull that out. It's easy when I'm like, where we're driving or something to do that one. So we'll see. Next up is Pomme As Deidre by Nimue. Not sure how to pronounce that. I started this. It's another Stitch Mania start. I started on May 19th of 2017. Sorry for the glare, but that's what the finished looks like. This my husband picked out. He picked out the pattern and he picked out the fabric. I also worked on this year. I didn't get too far. I have finished the apple, and then I'm working. The back stitching instructions on this are hard to understand. So yes, I am working on these guys. Not a whole lot of progress this year, I'll be honest, but hopefully I can get this done next year, or this year, I should say, because it's 2019. This is on 32 count picture this plus in fossil. I always leave my tags on here. I haven't written down what it is, but it's easier to just leave the tag, so there's that. Again, would like to finish that this year. Next up, this was another Stitch Mania start. So this is Beauty and the Beast Falling in Love by MCG Textiles. I started this on May 21st of 2017. And this is an MCG Textiles kit. These are now out of print, or they don't make them anymore. I actually had quite a few of them, and I sold all of them except for this one. Because in reality, like, I don't enjoy full coverage very much. And, I knew, like, in my lifetime, I'm not going to stitch all of them, so I might as well, like, pass them on to people, like, who would get some use out of them. So this is actually the only one that I have left of the ones that I owned. Anyway, I have actually worked on this year, which is surprising. Big piece of fabric. Yep. Looks like a whole lot, doesn't it? This is obviously this guy. So I have a long ways to go, but not a very high priority, but something fun. Every once in a while, I just get the itch to do full coverage and whatever. Let's see. Next, another Stitch Mania start. So this was started on May 27th of 2017. So this is Child's Prayer by Paragon Needlecraft. This was a kit that I found in my grandma's stash. It's a little strange, and I kind of like it. I have not worked on this year. So it is in the identical place it was last year. So this is on a printed piece of canvas. So I have the cat done, and I was working on the other little kitties. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. So there's that. And then this was my last start my last whip that is started previous to 2018. So this one I don't have a cover photo, so I will pop one up. This is Butterfly Lace Mandala by Chatelaine Designs. I started this on December 8th, 2017, in memory of Martina, who passed away in 2017. And this is my start. So I am not very far, and I have not worked on this year. I'm hoping to pick this up. Well, I have not worked on it in 2018, but I'm hoping to pick this back up in 2019. I have quite a few other chatelaines I would like to do. I don't own any of the other ones. It's the only one I own. I have the kit. It's so pretty. Yeah. Love it. So I have a long ways to go on it, but I want to finish it. So all the rest that are in this pile, so those are all my whips that are prior to 2018 that I started. The rest of them I started in 2018. So last year's New Year, New Start was Old Mac. I don't want to show you the pattern. This is Old MacDonalds Farm by the Victoria Sampler. I bought this and the kit of all the silk at Stitchville last year during the floss tube retreat, and I am doing this as a birth sampler for my daughter. So I started this last year. I have worked on it since, but I am not very far along. And for some reason I put it on this like huge piece of fabric, but whatever. So let me fold this easily. So this is where I am. I'm doing the beads as I go. So I have a couple of the bands done. It's really cute. I love it. I don't know, for some reason I haven't been working on it. And then I'm going to rechart out. So where it says Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, I'm going to put all of Viv's birth statistics on there. So yeah, love it. Love it, love it. I'll get it done sometime. Before she's like 18, moved out of the house. Here you go, kid. This one I might never finish. I haven't decided. This is the Mini Sal 2018 by Hetty Reckert. I don't know how to pronounce her name. This is one of those temperature sals. I started this on January 12th of last year, and I'm up through, I believe, July, I think is how far I am. I'll put up a picture of what it is supposed to look like. I have worked on this year, obviously, but I think it's stopped in July. So every one of the colors represents the median temperature of where I live. And I don't even know if I have enough fabric. I don't know. I was going to turn this into like a pillow or something for Viv, because I made her birthday, which is right here. I made it sparkly. You can't really tell, but that's in metallic. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I'm not like in love with it. This is done with, this is done on Ada. I don't know what count, 16 count looks like. 16 count Ada, with neon colors that I got at Walmart. I don't know. I just don't like, I have to go through the, like, I have to go find all the temperatures. And like, I know that's not that hard, but I don't know. Might not be worth my time. I haven't decided. And I don't think I have enough space. But we'll see. Anyway. Not a priority. Alright, this one I started on January 22nd of last year. This is Little Princess Snow by Just Nan. Sorry for the glare. I like these things. It comes with all the accoutrements, the accessories. And I am doing this on, oh, I don't know. Let me pull out my phone. Some sort of fabric. That's some sort of count that, you know, I may or may not know. I bet you guys are like, Rachel, just get it. Okay, this is 28 count Lugana in Crystal J by Picture This Plus. That's how far I've gotten. I know it all kind of blends together, but I kind of liked it like that. Anyway, I think she's going to look really pretty. I'm not that far away from being done. In fact, like, I mean, this would take, I don't know, maybe one day to get it done. But I'm kind of saving it as like a piece that, like when I finish something big or like I just need something small, I have it. So there's that. These are really cute, but there's that. Let's see. And then we have Three Jolly Santas. This is by Janelle Geese. This is also from this book. This book, okay, go buy this. My grandma found this like at a yard sale or something, and gave it to me, and I I love this thing. There are a lot of patterns in here that I want to stitch. So, oh, it's actually on the back. So this is 3 Jolly Santas right here. I don't know. Okay, so it was like the middle of July, so it's like hotter than Hades outside, like for Minnesotans, right? And I just wanted, like, I had a dream about this pattern, and I had to start it. Christmas in July, I guess. I don't know, but I had a dream about it. It was really weird. This is being done on a fabric. This is 32 count linen and natural from MCG Textiles, which I had. This is the other half from when I did the Woodland Santa, or Woodland Sampler by Frosted Pumpkin. And this is how far I've gotten. It's kind of hard to see. Need something to put behind it. There we go. So I just need to put all the back stitching on him and finish the French knots, and then obviously write the I think it's 'tis the season to be jolly. Yeah, that's on the bottom. So love it, love it, love it. It turned out like, I don't know why I thought it would be bigger, but it's not like all that big. But it is so detailed. There's like 8,000 different colors of back stitch in here. It's nuts. Anyway, I will probably finish that one next year. Okay, next up, this is Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. We've all seen it. We all know what it is. It's gorgeous. I started this during the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat this year. I actually bought, so this is in my own color conversion. I'm using what spoke to me when I was at Stitchville. This is being done on a 36 count Picture This Plus in Haunted. Which is gorgeous. So, it's hard to show. This is Cinders. And this on the witch, which I don't know, I don't think I'll be able to get it to show you, is the new DMC Etoile, or whatever it's called. It's the new sparkly stuff. That's what I did the witch in. Oh my god, it's great. I would totally recommend. It's easy to stitch with. It gives a really good effect. Like it's subtle, but it's beautiful. So I would totally recommend using it. And then there's some color and cotton. You know me. There's like, it's random. But this I know is Cinders. And I have a whole bunch of fun colors. I am nervous about my fabric that it's not big enough. It's like story of my life. But, oh well. I know it's tall enough. I just worry it's not wide enough. Why do I do this? I don't know, but whatever. Love it. I'm going to measure it, and then it'll be just fine. If I have to restart it, I have to restart it. Life will go on. But I think it'll be just fine. Okay. Next up, we have Bountiful Garden. This is by, this is the cover page. So this is by Emma Condon, aka Stitcherovia. There she is. Gorgeous. And I'm actually doing it. This is on the called for. This is 28 count Jobelin in Time. And so this is the other half of what I used for the turkeys. The Mr. and Mrs. Delicious. That was on the same 28 count Jobelin in Time. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm mentioning it. Okay. This is the other half. And I didn't have enough. Like, it wasn't tall enough. So I just decided to do it 1/1 because I'm crazy. So this is 1/1, 28 count Jobelin. It's pretty. This is another one that I think I can finish this year. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. I just need to finish, obviously, this part of the wreath. which takes forever. Like there's so much like little stuff, and then obviously fill in the letters. Yep, Bountiful Garden. This is my first Stitchrovia, so, or Emma Conlon, so love it. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Let's see, and then I started, so I was at my parents' house for Christmas, and I finished winter, and I said, what the heck, I'll just start the next one, which in the pattern, the one, or, no, it's not the one next to it. I don't know, I decided to start spring, because it's the next season. So this is Lizzie Kate, this is the seasons, so you saw I did winter, and now I started spring. Again, this is these are flosses. Some are called for, some aren't called for. I don't know where this went. It's right here. Some are called for, some aren't called for. Some are color and cotton, some aren't. I don't know. Here we go. I know that pink is color and cotton. I believe it's antique rose. Some of this is DMC. Cute. So here's the two. I don't know how I'm going to finish these yet. I don't know. They're going to probably go in Viv's room. I don't know. It's cute though. I like that carrot. Anyway, spring. And then my last whip. So this one I just recently started. By the way, spring I started on December 26th. Bountiful Garden I started on December 2nd. So this is my last start of the year. So this is Christmas is Coming by Barbara Anna. I was enabled by Bendy Stitchy. I'd already owned this. I had bought this because I got a gift card. When I was at the Floss Tube Retreat, I won a $50 gift card to Jen's Stitching Niche. And I bought this as like with that gift card. And then I saw Bendy Stitchy start it. And I wanted to start it anyway. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll start mine too. So thanks, Michelle. So this is by Barbara Anna. This is Christmas is Coming. It's Santa riding a snail. It's pretty much perfection. Let's just be honest here. Yeah. And this is done on my beloved 32 count vintage country mocha. And you can see right through it. And this is how far I've gotten in the past few days. So I'm halfway done. I ran out of floss. So I had my big floss box that has all my colors. I had it up here for some reason. And so I was working just off my, Bitsy Bob. So I can only use the colors that happen to be on there at the moment. So I need to finish the rest of the colors that are in this. I need to finish this. There's more yellow. And then I started on the snail. So I am going to finish this before I work on anything else. Maybe I should start, I don't know. So yeah. Needle minder, this is the needle minder from the Color and Cotton winter box. Or I shouldn't say winter, the Christmas box. I like it. I didn't have any Christmas needle minders, so done. Those are all my projects. Those are all my whips. Let's go over some statistics, shall we? All right. So I started off this year with 11 whips. Of those 11, I have finished 3 and FFO'd all of them. So the 3 that I finished were Harvest Corn. I finished Harvest Corn, Roadtrip Camper 1, and what was my other one that I had? Oh, and Heritage Sampler. No, Heritage Sampler I started in 2018. What's the other? Oh, and the Christmas Stocking. So those are the 3. I FFO'd all of them, finished all of them, right? All right, 2018, I was just in a starting mood. So I actually started 28 things in 2018, and I finished 20 of them, and I FFO'd 15 of those 20, so go me. So that, and in total means that I FFO'd 18 things in total, which is pretty cool. And I had some previous stuff that I FFO'd as well, which I didn't show here, but whatever. And then I am starting off 2019 with 16 whips. Fun times. What am I going to do in 2019, you say? Well, so I know like Michelle Garrett, a lot of other people are doing, no starts for the whole year, or stitch from stash, or, what have you. And I full on support you guys. Go for it. Do what you want to do, and I will support you, and I try not to enable you. I don't think I'm a very big enabler, but anyway, I have a different thought. Like, at least this is personally for me. I don't get a whole lot of time for myself. I've said that before. So I kind of want to stitch what I want when I want to. If it's not fun, I don't want to work on it, because like this is supposed to be my fun time, right? So like some of these, like, it'd be nice to like have no whips, right, going into 2020. So then I have like a completely clean slate. But like in reality, like I'm not going to finish this. It's not a high priority. I don't even know why I'm counting it as a whip. It should just be a UFO. In fact, let's just call it a UFO. Get it out of my life. A couple other of these, like I have no interest in finishing anytime soon. Like they just don't call to me at the moment, and that's fine. I started them just for funsies. But it doesn't like particularly call to me. So I'm not too upset about it. But then other ones in this pile, I want to get done. I want to get the friggin' church done. Like that was my goal last year, and I obviously didn't make it because I got sidetracked by all my other starts. But that's what I wanted to work on. I really, really, really want to get my mermaid done, Siren in the Shipwreck. Like that would be awesome. So part of me wants to stitch from my whips. I like that a lot. But then, there's also some new starts that'll just come into my life. I have a lot of fun stash that I've, just haven't started. And I'm like, well, why aren't you stitching this? Like, if that's what you want to do, then do it. So, anyway, that's my plans. The plan is to have no plans, because I can't promise you anything, because I'll just do what I want. And I know that about myself. So, I'm way stricter on other parts of my life, not so much with stitching. I stitch what I want. Anyway, I thought I'd show you a couple of other things, because I want to give some shout outs to some people that have really made an impact in my stitchy life in 2018. I was going to do the tag where you review your year, but instead I'm just going to tell you like things that have changed my life. And there's two of them. One is kind of like a holdover from last year. Like it's kind of last year started it, but like I'm now so obsessed. But she deserves a shout out. So we'll start with her. First and foremost, I freaking love Angela of Color and Cotton. Angela, if you're watching this, I don't know if you watch me, whatever. I love you. I think you just have beautiful colors. You have beautiful floss. I love subbing your floss into everything. And I love your floss club. I love it every time it comes in the mail. I've gotten your two mystery boxes. I got the Halloween one and the Christmas one because I just had to. I subscribe to just the 5 flosses each month. I know she has like a bunch of different options now, but I just stuck with the classic. It's working for me. I think I'd get kind of greedy if I had more. It's not, anyway. So I wanted to show you. So this is the box that I keep all my Color and Cotton in. I keep it, she used to sell it just all like, one big length, like DMC. But now she sells it, pre-cut. So what I do is I just take the floss, I wrap it around like the card, and I plunk it in here. And I have them, they're not in alphabetical order, they're in rainbow, sort of. I mean, there's like obvious like chunks of the rainbow. And I'm gonna need another box because I'm sticking with her club, and this one's almost full. But I absolutely just love color and cotton. There are a few colors in here that like I just want to like live in. My favorite color, if you want to know, is their like hashtag Rachel's favorite color and cotton colors. Number 1 is Miami. And it'll never come across. Oh, it's almost perfect. It is hot pink. This is Miami. Like, I love this color. Like, here, Michelle. It goes with my high vis. I love Miami. Another one that I use all the time, like, I think this is in every project I ever work on, is Witch's Socks. Like, it's like the perfect witchy purple. Really like that one. Let's see. Which ones have I used like a crap ton? This one I've used a lot. I think this is King's Blue. No, Princess Blue. Gorgeous. These will never show up the way they look in person, but anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to Angela. If you haven't subscribed to her Floss of the Month Club, you should, because it's beautiful. I believe it's $10 a month for 5 skeins. She has a whole bunch of options. If you can work it into your budget, I 10 out of 10 would recommend. I like her fabric as well. I have a few pieces of her fabric now that I got the mystery boxes. I have yet to stitch on any of it. It just hasn't like worked into any of the pieces that I've been working on yet, but I really like it too. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Color and Cotton, please do. Just go there, buy all the things, and I love you. Second big thing that has changed my life. This one really has changed my life, and that is huge shout out to Kelly Stadola. Excuse me. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Kelly, so I'm sorry. Of That's So Kelly Co. on Etsy, and then she is one of the hosts of the Joan and Kelly show, along with Joan. So she created this beautiful baby. This is known as a Bitsy Bob. I have one of the originals, so this is out of her very first batch. She has since changed some of what they look like the inside looks a little bit different, and she's added a bunch of stuff, so you can now get like more inserts on the inside. But this is my OG. I bought this with her first launch. Mine has skull and crossbones on it. 2 snaps. You open her up. It has a pocket. Because mine's one of the original, it has the little like flosses like stitched in on it. I don't think she does that anymore. And then there's a magnet right here, which is like my favorite thing because that always holds my scissors. And then there's this pocket. I just have a highlighter crammed in there. Sometimes there's other things in there. This is perfect for stitching small projects. Well, let's just be honest. It's perfect for stitching any project. So it's like this fuzzy stuff that quilters use that's on the back. So your floss sticks to it. Like it doesn't fall off. And so this is all the floss for this guy. So all of the colors that I need are right here. And so like what I typically do is I take a piece of every color that's called for. I like cut a length or whatever. And then I just stick it in here. So then I know that all the colors are in here. So this one just happens to have 12 colors, which is the exact amount of whatever. And I have these in order. I mean, you could obviously like write down on a piece of paper like what's what. But I'll show you the very bottom. So see, I put them in the order that they're listed down at the bottom of the chart. So I know what all these colors are. And so I can just like pull one out, whatever, and then just like lay it back down on here. And most of the time, it doesn't look disorganized. And there's just this big wad of floss like in this area. But I freaking love this. And then you can put your chart in here if it fits. You can fold if you take your fabric out of the Q-snap, you can put it in here. Like, I love this thing. I use it all the time. I have brought this on airplanes, numerous airplanes. I've taken it on numerous road trips. This has seen the United States. Like, I freaking love it. It holds my scissors. I use the magnet more than anything, which is like weird, but I really, really enjoy this. And then, of course, I had to buy, she now sells the little cuties. This one I haven't used as much, so if you look on mine, take my scissors off. My thing is starting to fade because my scissors are there all the time. These are my Dovo scissors that my husband got me. Pretty fancy. This cutie I haven't used as much, so the mice are still there, but it's the same concept, right? And I think this is what hers look like now, where it doesn't have anything like stitched on it. But this is the cutie, so it doesn't like fold in half or anything like that. And yeah, I just like love it. There's this little pocket with a little, you know, little snap, so you can put whatever in there. This is a magnet. Put your floss. I like this because it can like. I rest this just on the arm of my chair, and then I just like stick things to it. I love these. They've changed my life in like ways that I can't, like they've changed my stitchy life. And I don't think like a product comes along all that often that does that. So thank you very much, Kelly. I should really buy another Bitsy Bob and just support the heck out of your company because I believe in it so much. So I need some more of these. But thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Color and Cotton, and That's So Kelly Co. Made by Mama Joan bags. Those are pretty bomb diggity too. But yeah, those are the two things that have changed my life in stitching. Anyway, I am going to edit this video and clean up my huge mess. So I hope you all have a wonderful 2019. Hopefully I'll be able to film more than once a year this coming year, but we'll see. Life happens. It's snow on the ground. It's a beautiful day. So hope you all are having a wonderful stitchy season, and I'll catch you later. Bye.